What's going on, everybody? It's Kelly, and apparently today it's going to be a one-man sub Sunday for right now. Um, yeah. So Google Plus added some nifty little features besides the Q&A feature. They added a showcase feature, which I'm kind of curious as to what that is. Uh, oh, okay. This is how showcase works. So apparently, I'm sorry about clearing my sinuses there. While we are exploring and looking up different things and doing all sorts of stuff, we can actually include you guys in the websites by dropping the website into the showcase. So say if I am right now I'm looking at game deals on Reddit. So I can do this and V and it'll load it up. Successfully save all pending changes. Show item. And it should just dump it on you guys. Show item will now be visible to your audience. I don't know where it's going to be or how it all works exactly, so this is kind of experimenting with me. So you guys should technically be able to click on the link and go to the Game Deals website that I'm looking at right now, which I'm going to go over a little bit right now. So, if you're like me, you don't have very much to, in the way to buy video games, and other things come first. So I used the Game Deal webpage to give me an idea of where to go to get games, cheap games, crap games, funny games, whatever. And usually you can find some decent ones right here, like this Target one right here. Let's see what they got going on here. It's not really telling me anything. So usually if you back out and kill the dogs, it says right here, $10 off of any $40 purchase for in-store pickup. Works when stacking multiple items to add up to $40. Any 99-cent purchase plus $39.99 Titanfall equals $30.98, etc. So, if you're looking for a copy of Titanfall, check that out, because you can order it online, get Titanfall, spend another $1, and order it to be an in-store pickup, and you're only spending $30.98 for Titanfall and one other really stupid object. So we're looking at a soda and Titanfall. That's pretty cool. What else here? Indie Game Stand I don't really mess with, but I've looked at a couple things here and there. Bundle Star is one I frequent a lot. Then on Origins currently, Battlefield 4 Premium is $39.99. That's 20% off. Not a bad deal. On Amazon, Last of Us is $19.99. Story about my uncle actually looks pretty cool. I am kind of curious about playing that, and I would like to play it at some point. And on Green Man Gaming, if you use the link in the description on the YouTube channel, you can go to Green Man Gaming and sign up. But you can get it for, I think, roughly about $10. And it's 50% off. And it looks solidly awesome. On GOG, which is goodoldgames.com, we have the Trine Enhanced Edition and Trine 2 Complete. Strike Suit Infinity on the Humble Store for about like $3. Now, Indie Gala games. Indie Gala. We have Chivalry Medieval Warfare for $6.19, which is 75% off, and then Chivalry Deadliest Warrior, which is $3.69, which is 75% off. Or you can get the complete pack for $8.69. I highly suggest that if you've never played Chivalry and you like just honestly running around with a sword and hacking people up. The complete pack's well worth it, in my opinion. And then on GMG, we have Bioshock Infinite and the Season Pass for roughly a little bit under $20. You can get both of them. US, Amazon, the Street Fighter 25th Anniversary Collection set for $360 Capcom. And $100. What? I must investigate. If you guys are following along, let's see, $60. Holy crap! Street Fighter's 25th anniversary collector set, Xbox 360. It's $60.95. That is amazing. You get, let's see, gamers a snapshot of Street Fighter with critically acclaimed games. A light up Ryu statue, standing 8 inches tall. The highly detailed. That's pretty cool. Blu-ray video set. The exclusive Blu-ray 2-disc set includes a documentary that highlights the profound influence the franchise has had on fans and vice versa throughout the years. Soundtrack, 11 discs worth of soundtrack or Street Fighter music spanning 25 years. 2 of the discs include remixes and fan-created music inspired by Street Fighter games, and a 64-page art book tribute to Street Fighter fans all over the world, and including fan pieces submitted by professionals and aspiring artists. That is actually pretty cool, because I believe you get, let's see, huh, okay, that's not bad. You get 4 games out of it, which is not a bad deal one bit. But that's $60, and in the long run, it's not really for me, but not a bad deal. On Amazon, you can get Sanctum 2 for $2.99, which I highly suggest. It's a fantastic game. And, so on and so on. I mean, if you keep scrolling down, you find good deals. I check this daily to see if there's anything good or what's going on with it, and see if I can't find anything worth, mentioning or picking up if I have money. Oh, man. So I did a small Destiny beta review recently, and I came to my opinion that Destiny is actually really cool. Okay, it has a lot of elements of other games, but honestly, what games don't have a lot of elements of other games? It's nowadays a lot of games pull parts from other games. It has a Halo feel to me because it's made by Bungie, so it's going to feel a little bit like Halo. By the way, the Q&A is up, so you guys can send me questions. It has a semi-Borderlands feel because, you encounter people, or you can get friends together, do missions, or you could drop in and drop out of people's games. But at the same time, that whole system also feels a little bit like Journey to me. How Journey, you traveled with random people, and then they went off and did their own thing. So, I mean, you can travel with somebody, you can do stuff with people, and you don't even have to be part of the same fire team. And that's pretty cool. I enjoy it. I like the story. I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was fantastic. I'm not holding a high standard to it. I feel like, okay, so here's the game. Whoopie-doo. Let's play this. I'm enjoying it. Awesome. Nowadays, the standards for video games are so high, it's impossible to reach. Everybody wants the next this or the next that, and it's not going to get there. I mean, most people don't realize that when a video game comes out, we have such a high standard for it that it ends up flopping in our eyes because of that higher standard. It's like Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs was a pretty cool game. It was. I played it. I didn't play it all the way through. I played a decent clip of it, and I enjoyed it. I couldn't finish playing it because of my computer not quite have enough juice to play it, and that's okay. I figured that was going to happen. But Watch Dogs was fun. It was in the spirit of, GTA, Sleeping Dogs, stuff like that. All those games that we've played before, but with a new story and a couple new features and just some fun stuff, Deadmau5 sitting in it, with that trippy-ass VR simulator where you're running down people. It was like, what the fuck am I doing? But, they were cool. I enjoyed them. So, but yeah, I believe nowadays people need to lower their standards on video games. And another big issue with the video games is everybody A lot of people spend more time playing FPS than other games, and I know there are people out there that play a lot of other games, but if you ask the majority of people out there, they play FPS a lot, and maybe some third-person games. But when's the last time somebody popped in um, an RPG, an old school RPG, and played it? When's the last time somebody did any other game besides Call of Duty or Battlefield or whatever's hot this week? I play lots of games, and I'm not saying everybody is. I'm just saying a good chunk of people do. I've played. Oh God, what have I played recently? Let's look at recent. Planet Explorers on PC, which was really good. Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition. Um, Sniper Elite V2, Walking Dead Season 2, Nosgoth. By the way, if anybody's on big PC gamer, Nosgoth is amazing. Castle Crashers, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, Killing Floor, Nazi Zombies, Army 2, World at War. I spend a lot of time playing World at War. Edge of Space, I need to sit down and actually play that. Metro 2033. I need to figure out why Fear won't work. And I am naming off FPSs, but at the same time, I enjoy playing the other games too. So it's one of those games. You know what I mean? View posts in Google Plus. Man, I wish somebody I sent the damn link to would take this link and join me. Because I am not very entertaining alone. I don't think I can maintain a constant stream of talk right now. But yeah, guys, the Q&A is open. Please, by all means, ask me some questions. Please. Should be on the screen. All you got to do is click it. Let's see. What is good in the news? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this one. Comic-Con's going on right now. That is, oh, wow. Okay, so, I follow Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman from the Mythbusters on Twitter, and recently he was like, I'm out on the floor walking around, Adam Savage. He was like, can you guys figure out who I am? And he was in his costume, and little did I realize, I didn't realize it at all because I'm not there, but Mythbuster star. Here, you know what? I'm going to use this whole this thing. I'm going to drop it in there so you guys can see the link too. Bam. Anyway, so Adam showed up to the Comic-Con with his alien spacesuit. He's been apparently he spent 10 years making this, which I'm going to read into the little article a little bit more. Let's see, Mythbusters star Adam Savage is kind of the unofficial king of Comic-Con. He got the nerd credibility from being a driving force behind renewed interest in science, but he also really loves to play dress-up. The con is just his stage, the con-goers his audience, and we've got an exclusive look at the show he put on this week. Savage had not one but two very elaborate spacesuit costumes, both rendering him completely unrecognizable to play his favorite annual game on the convention floor, Adam Incognito. We've got exclusive behind-the-scenes video of Adam getting ready, walking the floor, and posing with fans in his alien replica. That's the coolest. One girl says. along with photos showing the detail on the elaborate costume, which he says took him 10 years to build. That is pretty damn amazing, I have to say. I mean, I'm looking at this this thing, and it is pretty fantastic. And I just blown away. I mean, I shouldn't be blown away because the man has some serious talent, and that is just fantastic. Anyway, so just walked the floor in my alien spacesuit from Ridley Scott's movie Alien, if anybody hasn't seen it, and it was the hottest and most balmy experience of my life. I think I lost 3 pounds just walking for 30 minutes, Savage told Yahoo Today to TV. After wearing a totally accurate Mercury spacesuit from the first NASA space program on Thursday, Savage admitted this was a spacesuit themed year. But why the alien homage? The alien spacesuit, which was designed by Mobius, is one of my favorite spacesuit designs ever. And I'm a spacesuit fanatic, Savage revealed. I've got a bunch of replicas of real ones, fake ones. I've been working on this particular suit for the last 10 years, and in the final culmination of a decade of obsession, it was worth every minute of labor put into it to see the response from all the cosplayers out on the floor. Savage recognized that 10 years to build a costume might sound extreme, slow and steady, detailed the process of perfecting this particular look. When I do something like this, where the suit is supposed to be weathered and worn and torn for years of use, putting it together is only the first part of a very difficult process. I've got to also go get all the pieces to look like, hello, they're grown old together. That involves a level of weathering that is incredibly painstaking. Basically, I finished this suit about a month ago, and it's been sitting in my shop. I've been going into my shop every day for 20-30 minutes and adding layers of weathering, coffee staining, metalwork, black washes, rust copper finish waves. That's one of the reasons I build everything, so I can do the final paint job and bring it to cohesion. Dude, this suit that he built is pretty frigging amazing. Man has patience.
And this is which one?
Here, let me drop it in the thing. It's Adam Savage doing his alien costume for the Comic-Con. There you go.
Okay. Check it out.
It is really fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Took him 10 years to make.
Is this from a show, or is this just his own creation?
That's from Alien, like the original Ridley Scott Alien in the 70s. 70s? Yeah, 70s.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Those movies are old.
Huh. You're killing me.
Matter of fact, the only reason I know of these movies is because my mom used to watch them so much.
They're fantastic movies to watch.
Yeah.
Love watching them.
Scary for, a 9-year-old, but, I give and take.
No, hell, they were scary. They're scary even now. You go back and watch that first movie, it is still scary. It is like one of the original like survival horror movies.
Okay. I know they made like 4 or 5 of them, didn't they? Like 4 or 5 sequels.
Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, and then there was Alien versus Predator and Alien versus Predator 2, which were garbage.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, and I invited other people, but they didn't bother to show. But that's okay.
Yeah, usually you got more people here. I figured I was early.
No, I've actually been talking to myself for like the last 20 minutes.
Okay. One man army.
That's right. Trying to keep all four of my people, well, two now, entertained. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Um, but yeah, have you played the Destiny beta yet?
I have.
What did you think?
I think it was really good for a beta, and I think there's definitely some things I would like to change, but overall, I think it was a good beta, a good experience.
What would you like to change?
As far as um, as far as the PVE side of things, I'm hoping that they just gave this is just because of the beta, and they don't have like the way you upgraded your skills. It was kind of like one-sided. It was like you didn't have a choice in a matter. You know, if you didn't want your armor to go down, you didn't have a choice in the matter, and it was just like you constantly either you don't upgrade or you upgrade, and I didn't like that. And I would like to have like a Mass Effect kind of thing, a tree of, do I want this or do I want that? And
Okay.
on PvP, oh man, I was playing PvP yesterday, like for the majority of the time, and I ran into this problem where it was like I was invisible to the other players, and I wasn't lagging or anything. Like people weren't skipping around or anything, but they were just either ignoring me or they thought I was on their team or something. But it was like I was right there in front of them, and I was trying to do damage to them. No, numbers were popping up, no hit markers, nothing. And then like every now and then the damage would pop right back in. I would get into a gunfight, and then my damage would just go away, and then they would kill me. It was a really annoying problem.
Interesting.
Vehicles, like this is Bungie, so I expected this kind of be standard. But for the vehicles, I tried to hijack someone's vehicle and I couldn't do it, and I was like, oh man, that sucks because these vehicles are pretty powerful in Destiny, and I thought they could at least let me hijack it from him. He was stupid enough to get close to me, but they don't have that. The supercharge, I don't like that. The supercharge abilities they kind of like at least one. You're going to get it at least once, no matter how bad you're doing. I don't really like that because it kind of gives people like an easy kill. I can't really think of anything else at the moment. I think that's about it.
Okay.
Other than that, it was great. I enjoyed the game.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. What about you?
I enjoyed it. I just played the missions. I didn't even bother with the PvP or anything like that. PvP is only fun to me for a certain amount of time, and then it gets boring. It's like, okay, I'm shooting other people.
Yeah.
I'm playing Call of Duty again. Who cares? Let's go play missions. But I mean, that is a nice little feature to do that stuff. I guess if I'm gonna play PvP, it's gonna be in games like Arcade or what is it called? Evercrack, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm not going to have some kid sniping me from a distance because, he can't throw it down with an assault rifle.
Oh man, that's another thing. I want them to add more sway to the sniper rifle. This guy just popped me. Like, I came out of the least noticeable spot, tried to flank him and everything. He just turned and popped me like super fast. It was like getting quick scoped in Call of Duty, and I was like, whoa, I don't like that. And then I seen how easy it was to snipe, and I was like, okay, they need to add some sway to this or something, because that's a one-hit kill.
They probably won't, knowing Bungie.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of the storyline?
To be honest, I don't care much for the Destiny storyline just because of how they marketed it. When I first heard of Destiny, because I've like these are the creative of Halo. I'm a big fan of Halo. Halo 3 is my favorite game of all time. And they was talking about what they're going to do next, and I was waiting for it. And then they announced Destiny, so on and so forth. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then they did the reveal trailer, and it was going through the story like, okay, you're the last of your kind. And I was thinking to myself, Halo, you're the last chance humanity has. Halo, and you're gonna save the universe. I was like, Halo, and I'm just like, okay, this story is like Halo watered down or something. Maybe, some different aspects to it. But other than that, I was like, okay, this is just a Halo storyline kind of thing. And I don't know where they got the storyline for, who wrote it or whatever, but I think they could have done better. Could have gave us something different.
Okay. I can dig it. That's actually not a bad. That's not bad at all, actually. I was thinking more of. Thank God I didn't look into very much of Destiny until now,
Yeah.
because what a lot of people said is the hype just kind of spoiled. The beta just kind of spoiled the hype, and I'm just kind of like, I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the story, and to me, whenever I looked at it, to me, this is my view of it.
Yeah.
Before somebody gets butthurt and tries to correct my view, um, I don't think it's just the one character that is the hero. I think it's every character that logs in, because think about it, everybody's gonna have the same beginning. A
Yeah.
ghost finds you, resurrects you, okay?
Yeah.
And if you think about it, I'm pretty sure the Traveler just didn't send one ghost out to resurrect people.
Exactly.
He probably created a fuckload of ghosts to find
Yeah.
heroes to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So my character technically is not the only savior. I think he spread out and said, okay, fuckload of people get resurrected, go save everything.
Definitely. Now, with that, this being Bungie, and this, like, if they have marketed like you're saying, if they have marketed you and an army of other resurrected guardians are going to save the universe from this unparalleled evil,
It probably
something
would have
like
went better.
yeah, the story would have been like, okay, this doesn't sound like Halo. This sounds like an original story. But the way they marketed it was like, you are the last of your kind. You got to save the world. You. And it's like, okay, this sounds like the Master Chief all over again, except it's like your own created character. And that's what caught me. It wasn't like we're playing a character. We're playing ourselves in a world that they made for us to play in. So that's what caught me with the customization and so on and so forth. And I'm like, okay, this sounds like an MMO kind of thing. And then that's what it turned out to be.
You're not really cute, didn't you?
She did. All right, we're going to interrupt for a second. The new ugly baby.
Oh, wow. What is that for hair? Is that feathers?
That's feathers, yeah.
Oh,
Anybody
crazy orange hair.
who shows up to my live streams, they should know that whenever my wife finishes an ugly baby, she'll bring it in to show me, and I'll show it to everybody on the live stream. Usually it's when I'm streaming a game and I pop it, I'm like, new ugly baby. A birth announcement of the new ugly baby. But, okay, yeah, see, I agree with you. I think if they would have marketed the way I explained it, I think it would have went over a lot better.
A lot better.
Because,
I don't mind.
And it does. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut you right off before you finish that. And it does feel like an MMO, straight up. And you know something? They need to market it as a single player MMO hybrid. Okay, so I don't have to play with other people.
Yeah.
I can just wander around by myself and do the missions, or I can play with a fire team, or I can encounter random people. Like in my Destiny thing, I said it feels like the friend system works like Journey. Have you ever played Journey for the PS3?
No, I heard you talk about it though.
It is an amazing game. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. The visuals, the story, the music. The music, when you get to the top of the mountain, the music makes you cry. Okay? Mm-hmm. And it's a 3-hour game, and it is probably one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. And it's not even a gig. It is 758 megabytes, and they packed so much gorgeousness into it. So, I mean, if they can market this as a single player with an MMO experience where everybody is the last savior of the race and the universe, I think it would be great.
See, with Halo, with the Halo 1, 2, and 3, you being the last Spartan, you was mainly by yourself. You had your little Marines and so on and so forth, but they died pretty easily. So when Reach came out,
they were Star Trek red shirts.
So when Reach came out, you had these other Spartans with you, and it was like, okay, I didn't like the Reach story so much, how they did it for the game, but overall, playing with other Spartans, that was cool. And I feel like Bungie and Microsoft had a disagreement with how they wanted to take, what direction they wanted to take the Halo franchise, and they split. and this is what Halo was supposed to be in a sense of gameplay and mechanics and so on and so forth. Because if you look at Halo 5, they kind of heading towards that. With Halo 4, the multiplayer was about your own Spartan getting ready for something in Halo 5.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's where both games kind of headed, but Destiny came out first, and now we're going to see what Halo 5 is going to bring to the table. But, I mean, overall, I don't like the Halo-ishness in the game. I don't mind that it looks visually like Halo, but when I seen the little ghost hacking something, shooting a beam of light from itself to the thing, and like moving around and shooting another beam of light, that just reminded me of the 343 Guilty Sparks. That's what it reminded me of, and I was like, I don't really like that.
In reference to, okay, this is Bungie making another game that is not Halo. Okay, so there are going to be a lot of things that creep through into it that remind you of Halo. Regardless, it's because Halo is what they do well, and they're trying to do something else, and it's going to creep right into it regardless of what we say or want. And it's one of those things. It's like I am not a fan of the Halo series. I have played Halo, the RTS, the what is it? Halo Wars. Yeah, Halo Wars. That was the only one I could play. Because it was an RTS. But as far as the other ones, I just couldn't. Oh no, I played Reach. I did play Reach, and in about 10 minutes of ODST.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I played about 10 minutes of ODST, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I kind of liked the idea of what happened with Reach. Just story-wise, it is the last bit of, this group of Spartans that are trying to defend this planet, and in the end, they still get fucked in the ass. It's a cool story to me. I know, but see, I'm not a Halo fan, so where you guys are all like, "Rawr!" I'm like, that was awesome. Okay, there's a big difference. I think you're muted. I can't hear you. No. Check your headset. See that, folks? I made him speechless. All right, well, he figures that out. Somebody is messaging me on Steam. And he did make actually a good point about it. The random events in Destiny are really cool because it's not like Halo, where Halo is a very linear storyline where you have to follow this path, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, and keep going and going and going. In Destiny, you have, so far in the beta, we don't know if they're going to expand on it in the actual full release. Man, I hope they do. I hope we have different random events that we can participate in the entire time and go from there. Unplug your headset and try plugging it back in. This has more stuff we can do. And, like I said, this is just the beta, so there's probably not as much as we hoped. But in the full release, they should give us more stuff. I hope there is the primary storylines, and then we have submissions, and then we have live events, then we have community events, then we have like auction events or something, not really auction events, but like events that we can go bid on, bounties, so on and so forth. And they probably do. I think they did have bounties. I played about 4 missions, and I was like, I can dig this, and I didn't want to spoil it anymore for me because I am looking forward to the actual full release. So I believe there was a bounty system and a couple other things that looked like it could be awesome. And everybody just needs to stop going, it's Halo, it's Borderlands, yada, yada, yada. It's going to look like Halo. And there's a lot of mission-based games out there, so you can't really group it into the thing with Borderlands. And I'm not sure what happened to our guest, but he'll get it figured out here in a minute. There will getting a little bit more serious. There will be 6-person raids in the full release and a 3-person raids. Okay, so we're gonna have raids. So so far, what I've seen is they've put a lot of MMO elements into it, which is awesome. You know, which is fantastic because the consoles need a good MMO. Ben Tori says hello. Hi, how you doing, dude? Anyways, dude, and I'm looking forward to these things. Now I can hear you. Nope, lost you. I can't hear anything. I don't know what you did just a minute ago, but you almost had it. Mr. Hamo, the gym grind's going pretty good. I have some footage to put up, but my editing software is not working very well right now, so of course I can't put it up.
Okay, how about now?
There we go. There we go. Okay, give me a minute to finish answering this question, then you can finish saying what you're going to say.
Alright.
The last 2 days I haven't went because Friday night I did my drinking stream, and Saturday I just gym wasn't going to happen because, well, I realized that I'm getting older and my stomach and my alcohol tolerance is not as great as I wish it would be. So, but yeah, thank you for keeping it up. I'm going to pick it back up tomorrow and keep going from there. Go ahead.
So, as you said, you're not really a fan of the Halo franchise. So it was kind of like, have you seen the movie, the Avatar, The Last Airbender, the actual movie they made?
You mean the last horrible movie that M. Night Shyamalan should ever make?
Okay, so are you a fan of the Avatar, the cartoon?
Oh, hell yeah, that was fantastic. I
Okay.
can't wait for the third season of Korra.
All right, now, as a fan, when you seen that movie, I'm pretty sure it made you upset because there was nothing resembling what the cartoon is. So, as a fan of the Halo, I'm not upset. I love the game. I'm not, I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It looks like Halo. But some things are just like, okay, it's blatantly that was in Halo. And it's kind of hard not to miss when I played games that Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, Reach, I'm just into Halo like that. So it's kind of hard not to see these things and think, okay, that's definitely from Halo. But other than that, it's a great game.
Oh, yeah.
The public events, I love the public events. It's really fun. Like, you just be in the middle of something and then the sky just turned black. It kind of makes me think of, like, okay, we're all about to die or something. Like, something is happening right now. We need to, like, look up in the sky or something. And it was really cool. I love going in there and exploring. It had the little mission spikes you go find and get a random mission. Everything. The game just feels good. And even, like, some people were complaining about it only being at 30 frames per second, and I didn't really see a problem with that. It didn't feel like it was stiff or, clunky.
No, it didn't. And
it felt pretty smooth.
Here's one of those things that I want to point out to people who are complaining about frames per second. If you want better frames per second, buy a PC. That's all.
Well, I mean, the argument is that
consoles and hold on a second. And also, it's a fucking beta. Okay? It's a beta. If the beta runs at 20 frames per second, I'm still going to give it a shot because it's a beta. Now, in the full release, if it's not running the greatest in the world, then you can complain because you've just now forked out $60 for a game that, indeed is not up to par. But for a beta, stop bitching.
Yeah. I mean, their argument is for the full game is that, games like Call of Duty run at 60 frames per second and so on and so forth. But, to me, I don't care about frames or graphics or anything. As long as I'm not getting 1990 graphics in 2014, I'm good. As long as it looks, decent in a sense. It's not like really old school graphics. I'm fine with that. And as far as frames per second, like I said, this 30 frames beta feels better than some 60 frame games. So to me it's just how it feels, and it doesn't feel clunky. It doesn't feel like it needs some optimizing besides a few other things. Only time I've ever experienced lag or frame rate drop or anything like that is when there was a lot of things on the screen, which even to some PCs, a lot of things on the screen, your PC will eventually start to like drop in frames. Maybe not as much as a console, but it'll drop some frames.
Yeah. Well, it's like Call of Duty, man. You get one or two frag grenades or grenades blowing up in your face, your frames drop real quick, regardless. No matter what console you're on, your frames drop.
Yeah.
Everybody's does. Unless on PC you're rocking like two Titan Blacks, you know, SLI form if set up and like that. Hell, even some of the lower end cards will not drop frames, but you got to have lots of power.
Yeah.
For stuff like that, not to drop your frames on it.
You don't have a next gen console, right? You only have the 360.
Yeah. I have a 360 and a PS3.
Okay. So I played it on the One and I played it on the 360. And as far as I can tell, the One may have had some more textures to it. It may have looked a little bit sharper, but it wasn't much of a difference. I wouldn't advise people, unless there's something on the next gen that won't be on old gen, to get it on next gen. I would just stick it on 360. Definitely.
Yeah. What the hell? I think dude's account got hacked. Okay, I think somebody's account got hacked, or I'm gonna have to delete him because he's doing some funky stuff on Facebook.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I need to handle this one real quick. Anyways, so what else is going on?
Advanced Warfare is a big topic. I know you don't necessarily care about Call of Duty.
I played Black Ops last night.
Yeah.
And it was Black Ops 2 last night, and it was fun to a point. Like, I'm not gonna buy Ghost. I'm not gonna buy any of that other stuff.
Are you interested in Advanced Warfare? Are you thinking about getting it, or?
Not really. I have zero interest in it.
Yeah, I know Ghost left a bad taste for you and your mom when it comes
Ghost,
to the franchise.
Yeah. Ghost left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth, unfortunately. It was, I'm going to regret doing this. Why am I doing this?
What are you doing?
What's up? I am typing in somebody trying to
What's going on with that?
I think his shit's been hacked, dude.
Who?
Somebody I know in somebody I met a while back. His Facebook got hacked.
Wow.
That tends to happen. Actually, a lot.
Hopefully it never happens to me.
That sucks, because he's a nice guy, and I hate to have to delete him.
Maybe you can, like, mute him or something, so you don't have to delete him.
I don't even know how to mute people on Facebook. How do you mute people on Facebook?
I believe it's, like, stop all messages or something like that, or hide their feed or something like that.
I don't know.
Moot point now. I'll handle it later. Let's keep talking. What's up, Zach?
Nothing much, man. How are you?
I'm alright. How about you?
Pretty good. Just reading some interesting stuff. 4 people were shot in my town yesterday.
Wow.
That hardcore. What is it? Minnesota.
Kalamazoo. Nope. Michigan, Kalamazoo.
That's right. Michigan.
Yeah.
That gangster Michigan stuff.
Hey, Kalamazoo.
What happened?
Basically, there were multiple people shot at an apartment complex, which I've been to before. It happened last night. 4 people were shot. Typical. They there were two 20-year-old men that were found with bullets in their leg. A 22-year-old man with a gunshot wound in the leg also, and then a 20-year-old woman who had been shot in the ear. There were 15 gunshots. So there's, it's like a fight. And then, yeah, they all got shot and were like, ow! And basically stopped fighting once they got shot.
Damn.
Wow.
So,
That's interesting.
luckily, no one has died.
Yeah. It would have been tragic. You
Yeah,
don't
but
really
there's
hear
been a
about
lot of
things like that.
shootings lately around my area. A lot. So I don't know
Man,
what to say.
maybe it's the heat. People losing their minds.
Maybe.
Yeah, all that heat up there. I mean, don't you still have like 7 inches of snow?
No. Not anymore. That's only for that's only like 6 months out of the year.
6 months out of the year.
So what you guys been up to?
Talking about Destiny for the most part.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You play it?
I've played the beta.
Yeah.
I've only played the multiplayer. I haven't played the campaign beta part yet. Only played the multiplayer. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Sometimes it seemed a little repetitive, but it's obvious the beta. They're only letting you play certain stuff, so you can't do
Yeah.
everything.
I
But
didn't even realize it had a PvP. I'm just gonna be kind of honest. I was like, I didn't even realize it had a PvP. Until you said something, I was like, oh shit, it had a PvP. Let's not say it had. Let's not tell everybody I didn't know. So I'm just gonna say I didn't know and get it out there because I had no friggin' clue. I was happy with the main campaign.
I haven't played the campaign yet because my friend got a beta code. So I was over at her and his house. My two friends, they're getting married, and I was playing, and it was fun. When I played people my level, I was good, and then I played some higher levels, and they just completely wrecked me.
Nice.
It was bad. I got pub stomped,
Pub stomped.
basically.
I think I went on a winning streak when I was playing because I played the campaign for the most part, and then the last day I focused on multiplayer, and me and my team. I had a group of friends. Luckily, we was like 6 deep going into it, and we just went on a winning streak, and we was making people quit. We even played a clan and made them quit. So it was pretty fun for me until that glitch I was telling you about, Kelly.
Yeah.
Until that happened. Have you ran into there's like, I'm calling it the invisible man glitch. Somehow I became invisible to the other players and they totally ignored me, and then when I tried to shoot them or kill them, my damage wouldn't show up. And it would be like I would kill them like way later on or something like that. Or I get into a gunfight with somebody who does see me, and we're shooting, and all of a sudden my damage would cut off, or I wouldn't have damage showing up to begin with, and I would die. It was really weird.
That would have been
it was
awesome.
really weird.
That would have been awesome if you were invisible and you could just get a kill right away.
Yeah.
But you weren't there yet.
Oh man, it was funny because like, because I have the footage of it, and I'm using a fusion rifle, and I'm just standing in front of this guy. He's just standing there. He's not alarmed. He's not moving anything. He's just letting me shoot him, and nothing's happening. And that's when I figured, okay, something's wrong here. And I kept running around, and people kept running into me in my face, just totally ignoring me. I was like, okay, this is so weird. And then it happened more consistently, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? But it wasn't lag. It wasn't like people were skipping around or anything. They were just moving fluidly and just totally ignoring me. I don't know what was wrong with that.
He was using hacks. Don't let him lie to you.
Yeah, I got hacks on the 360.
That's right. No. Yeah.
Hey, have you guys heard of Dating Naked?
Who?
Dating naked.
Here.
Drop us a link.
It's for MTV. I haven't watched it, but I've just been seeing a bunch of stuff
MTV just
about it.
needs to stop.
Dude, MTV has Dating Naked. They have an MTV called Virgins for virgins. Like, they're doing a series on virgins.
I remember when MTV used to play music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost applied for that, but
Then they made MTV2 and something else. MTV something.
Ew. Okay, so has anybody watched Hemlock Grove?
no.
No.
I've heard a lot about it.
Okay, so um, me and my wife started watching, and then I'm like, "What are you watching?" And she's like, "Hemlock Grove," and I'm like, so like 7 hours later or 7 episodes later, I'm sitting there going, "Man, I can't keep doing this." So I get a splitter for our headsets because we both have headsets, so we can lay in the bed and watch it on the tablet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
um, we just finished the first season last night, and I'm sitting there going, "This is amazing. Why wasn't I watching this before? What is the deal with this?" And it is just a crazy show.
What is it called again?
Hemlock Grove. HEMLOCK space GROVE.
Hmm. Never heard of that.
Yeah, it's on
Really?
Netflix.
Have you guys seen Sinister yet?
Sinister. Can't say that I have.
It's really creepy, but they're making a second one now, and there's no need to make a second one.
Sinister.
I'm not
SINS.
really into scary movies. I tend not to watch them.
I watch them because I get scared, and I like that feeling.
I don't like that.
It
Dang it, I'm
looks.
too old for it. They're doing casting calls, but they're looking for someone 12 to 15, to 20, 5 years off. Dang it.
It looks lame.
The first Sinister was actually kind of creepy. I have a feeling this next one's not going to be good, because usually the prequels are never good.
Who's in it? Ethan Hawke. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at it. What the hell? And the
Have you seen
dog.
any of the new movies?
What
I
movie?
saw Hercules
Have you seen any of
yesterday.
the? How was Hercules? No
I
spoilers,
liked
please.
it. Hercules, you'll like it if you're going into it knowing it's gonna not be like a hardcore, serious movie. I mean, they had a lot of serious stuff to it, but then they had a lot of comedy and they had some cheesy lines, and it was like
Oh,
it's
okay.
meant for the younger people. It's meant for younger kids, even though I still enjoyed it. But I went into it knowing it wasn't gonna be this, hardcore, super.
Yeah, I felt like movies nowadays try to go with this formula of having a little bit of everything in their movies. Um, did y'all see Transformers?
No, I actually have not.
Oh,
The new
Kelly?
Transformers was awesome.
Yes, it was.
It's straight up probably the best one out of the series.
I
Everybody
would
else kind of didn't like it.
I would agree. I definitely would agree.
With a little less Shia LaBeouf screaming like a little girl, it is so much better.
uh,
Oh,
I
oh,
think him in the
oh.
last one. I think him in the last one definitely was him screaming it the least amount, and it was more enjoyable. Cause it was like him as a character. His character like was, I guess, he came out more, and then was more dynamic in the series. So I thought that was pretty cool. I would just like to know where those characters are now, since they weren't in this movie.
Yeah, I'd like to find out what happened to Shia LaBeouf's character, even if it's just like a walk by scene or something like that.
Yeah.
What if he died?
He might
I
have died.
mean,
Who knows?
yeah. I mean, even if that was the case, that'd have been, whatever. But I just would have liked some kind of acknowledgement to like, oh, we used to have these people and now they're not here or something like that.
But it's a
But
Michael Bay movie, so it's not going to happen.
and speaking of Michael Bay movies, I've noticed with these movie trailers, with explosions and everything, all of these trailers are slowing things down and making this really like warping sound when it's slowed down, and then it makes this big explosion sound, and it fades out and it fades back in, and it's all these explosions. And I'm just like, okay, we need to step away from the Michael Bay thing and let Michael Bay be him and do what
Let
he
Michael Bay
does.
be Michael Bay.
Yeah, like I don't like that every trailer all of a sudden has to slow down. It's like, oh my god, what's going to happen? And then it's a big explosion. Like, I'm so tired of those kind of trailers. It's really annoying.
I'm just worried. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch when he does Turtles.
I'm definitely gonna watch that too. Being a big
I'm
Ninja
gonna
Turtle fan.
try
I'm
to
not
sit down.
interested, actually. I'm not.
Huh?
I'm not interested in it. I don't know why.
Why not?
It just doesn't seem interesting to me. I looked at it, I'm like, eh. Something
Yeah,
every
but
now.
see, I grew up on the Turtles, and
Yeah,
I
me
still
too.
watch the Turtles with my kids on
Yeah,
Nickelodeon. I mean, we watch it, but it's. I'm like, what is he going to do with this? Please, let's not have tremendous amounts of explosions and stuff like this. Let's have some explosions, but let's remember one very very important fact about these characters. They're
yeah,
ninjas.
yeah, definitely. I think why Michael Bay is so good with Transformers because it's Transformers and it's going to be a lot of explosions. There should be a lot of explosions. It's Transformers, but if he stays true to what the Ninja Turtles is about and the series and the characters and so on and so forth, I think it will. He's going to do a great job. But if he try to make it into like this is going to be like a Transformers kind of movie, I don't think it's going to be
I saw
as good.
I saw the main trailer for it when like the longer version when I saw Hercules yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and it did show like explosions and stuff, but also it showed it showed that one scene they attacked a bunch of gunmen and there were a bunch of people in the room, and the people didn't even really notice the Ninja Turtles because they were all being super stealthy.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
I
then
can't
of
wait to see
course
it, man.
the only one who found them was Megan Fox.
Of course, because she's April.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
what?
she found them was like, oh, I'm fainted, and I'm like,
You know,
oh, another Megan Fox bad acting.
What?
ah, damn.
If see for me when I watch these movies, if as long as it stays true to the story and the characters and everything, I'm fine. I don't care who's acting. I don't care if their acting is super terrible, whatever. As long as they don't forget their lines or whatever, and just overall it's a decent experience. I don't care. But when you got movies who like the Avatar, the Last Airbender, which me and Kelly was talking about earlier, and when that movie came out and I watched it, throughout the whole movie, I was pissed off. And now I will go back and watch that movie just to laugh at it because it's so terrible. It's just the worst representation of what the story is. Period.
I can't even laugh at it. I'm sitting. Okay, there is one actor in that movie that got his role right, and he barely got it right.
Who?
Just guess. I'll give you a guess.
I want to say Uncle Iroh. It
Yep,
was that.
Iroh was the only one that got even remotely close to the character.
Yeah. I didn't like he wasn't short and fat though. I did
Yeah,
not like that.
yeah, he wasn't short fat. It Zuko was horrendous.
Yeah.
Fucking Sokka. What did this kid even bother to watch the show? Did he?
No.
Because
Oh no.
Sokka is funny and constant jokes the entire time.
The soccer character had one funny moment. One. At least to me, it was at least chuckable. Like it at least made me chuckle. Like, oh, okay, that was kind of funny. Yeah, but other than that, just to me, the whole movie was terrible. Like we've seen in the cartoon, Earthbenders move their hand like this, like do some simple movement, and then raise like walls of rocks. And
Yeah.
these, we remember that scene, Kelly. I'm pretty sure you know this scene because I'm pretty sure this scene above
Oh,
all
with the
scenes.
pebbles?
Yeah, when like it did some like marching sense, and I'm thinking, okay, they about to raise some kind of wall. They about to like some earth
Okay,
sliding
sometimes
kind
it's
of
bad.
thing. And yeah, like something, but it was this little pebble slowly floating, and I'm like, okay, what is that gonna do? What are you gonna like? Like I couldn't even describe what it was. It was just so weird. I was like, okay,
Well,
that was horrible.
it's also like Aang. Aang is tossing air out all the time when he's moving.
Yeah,
He swings his staff
staff.
once and he throws it out there. But in the movie, he's like, hoo, hoo, ha, shoo, hoo, and you get a breeze coming out of it. It's like, what?
Oh my god, that was horrible. That was so bad, man. I was
I
so
was really
mad.
excited for it, and then I watched the trailer and I knew it was gonna suck once I watched the
The,
trailer.
the fucked up part about this is M. Night Shyamalan could have had the next Star Wars. He could have.
Oh no. See.
All he had to do was make it right, make the movies correctly, and those three movies would have been the next Star Wars.
See, and that's my thing with staying true to the story, and versus doing what you want to do with it. Now, if Michael Bay stays true to the story and he does well, the Turtles movie is gonna do great. But if he does it and make it its own thing, it's not gonna do so well. It's just
Yeah.
not. It's gonna piss a lot of people off, and everybody is gonna be coming after him with pitchforks, saying that he ruined the Turtle series and so on and so forth. You know how people like to overreact.
Originally, he was going to have them be aliens, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
That's one thing you don't do. Like, you don't mess with core fan bases. People who are like die-hard Turtle fans will come for you. They'll write blogs. They're gonna email people. They're gonna write to their newsletters, and it's gonna be bad.
Even with Transformers, Michael Bay did not mess with the core origin story. They fought on Cybertron. They came to Earth. Now, from there, it varied off differently from the original series, but he stuck with the core storyline. And when he tried to say that he was going to make the Turtles from space, everybody was like, "Whoa! Wait a minute, my friend. Do you enjoy being alive? Tread carefully where you go, my friend.
It's one of
For
those.
we shall hangeth you with
Man,
prejudice."
when I watch Transformers or whatever, and then I seen some of the people say, "Oh, this is trash," and I'm like, "Okay, what was wrong with the movie?" And they kind of get into like, this never happened or whatever. I'm like, okay, there's so many different Transformer universes where Optimus does this instead of doing that and whatever, and it's like, okay, Michael Bay at least stuck to the core thing, as you said, and he kind of just like added some things, and I don't have a problem with that. I don't.
I don't either.
I think it was just another Transformer universe. Like, you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. It's nothing. Like I said, it's not like he made. Okay, in this one, Optimus is evil, Megatron's the good guy, and Megatron's trying to save everybody. Okay, now that's a complete flip. That's not what happened. What are you talking about?
Actually, I think they did that in one of the comics.
I wouldn't know. I've never read the comics. I've only seen most of the cartoons. But I'm just saying, in general, if something like that was to happen,
I'll be there in a minute.
if something like that was to happen, I think that would have pissed the core fans off.
That would.
Okay, I'll see you in like a couple months.
Or making Optimus like a speedboat. They'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck? He's
What?
a
I thought it
truck."
would have been awesome.
I mean, it's just like something like they was talking about Bumblebee and how Bumblebee is like a Camaro and he's not supposed to be this, and they was like getting into it. And it's like, imagine if they made Optimus into anything else. They could have made him a jet, a speedboat, a police car, anything, and people would have been pissed
They could
off.
have made him a vending machine.
Yeah, they could have. They could have made him some vending
That would have been
machine.
hilarious. Here's your Coke, die human. What?
Here you go, have a soda.
What the? Or no, this is how he's gonna wreak havoc on humanity. Every time someone puts a pop in, he makes it get stuck, so they can't take it.
Oh my god.
That would be hilarious.
Ha, human, die! You can't have your Coke.
No beverage for you.
Ha 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 ha.
What else did I see?
Hey, really quick, have you guys seen the new trailer for The Walking Dead?
No, I have not. Try not to spoil anything for me.
It actually looked interesting. Because the last season of Walking Dead I enjoyed, but at the same time I was kind of like, okay, this is kind of boring. It's turning into a soap opera, and then the trailer
Go ahead.
was awesome, and it really got me hyped up again. I mean, I still enjoyed last season. I thought it was a leading up season. Last season was a build up season. I knew it, but still, kind of got a little boring for me. But I mean, I did enjoy it. But this next one looks sweet. They're actually going to DC too, so.
Okay.
With this,
Hold on. I have lots to say about The Walking Dead.
okay.
You have an echo, first things first. I just figured out who it is. I can hear us through your microphone.
Okay, let me turn this down. One second.
Okay, so
How's that?
The Walking Dead. I think I can hear it through Zach now. Okay, so The Walking Dead, first thing in the comic, there are certain points...
Am I good now?
Yeah, that's good now. There are certain points in the comic where it is very, very slow. The pace of the comic is... There are like 2 or 3 issues where our group is just walking and dealing with small events. Okay,
Mm.
which to the second half of, actually no, this whole last season was more or less like those issues. Okay,
Yeah.
it was a build up to a bigger thing. It was the calm before the storm.
Mhm.
Okay, we knew that, anybody who's read the comic books knew that shit was about to go down because everything was a little calm. Everybody was just traveling. Everybody was trying to find each other. They introduced I can't remember their names, but they introduced those characters, and it was
DC group.
yeah, the other guys. They introduced those
Yeah.
characters, which they're not actually. Well, no, this is here in a little bit is where they came in. They changed a couple things, like Tyrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyrone's
Yeah,
still
Tyrone.
alive, which Tyrone doesn't even make it past the prison. Spoiler alert. So to me, that whole season was the calm before the storm, and season 5 is when shit's gonna happen.
Okay. Okay. If you notice, have you seen the trailer yet, Kelly?
Mm-mm. I'll watch it later.
Okay. Well, it has some interesting stuff. Basically, the whole Rick thing. The saying the premise of we are a family. We're not going to leave our family behind this time,
Mm-hmm.
either, which is awesome. So, I mean, I enjoyed the trailer, and I'm excited for it. I honestly am more excited for Game of Thrones, but
See, at this point in the comic, if you line the comic up with the TV show, at this point in the comic, Rick is at this point very, very like, we are a group, we are a family, and we can kill anybody who comes in our way.
hey, isn't he missing a hand?
Yeah, and he's missing his right hand in
that comic?
In the comic, yeah.
Oh, wow.
The governor cuts it off, actually.
Wow.
Yep,
That's interesting.
takes his hatchet and cuts his hand off. Carl, actually, spoiler alert, big one here, so mute it for a second, and I'll wave my hands when I'm done. Carl is actually missing an eye at one point.
Wow.
Later on, he gets shot in the face, and he survives, and he's just has a hole in the side of his face.
Wow.
Done with the spoiler. But, I need to get caught up with the comic, and in the current comic, they've actually stopped following Carl and Rick around. I mean, they're there in the background, but they've picked up a new hero, more or less, to follow around.
With The Walking Dead, because I recently got into it like late in the series, but then I started like watching it a lot. With last season, I didn't feel like it was slow. I felt like it was like at the pace it should have been, because everybody got split up. It was the aftermath of the crazy event at the prison break. So it was like, okay, we need to calm down, regroup, see what's going on. And then the last little episode when they found everybody, I was like, okay, yeah, next episode is turn up time. Like something's about to go down. It's about to be a crazy mess. And I think the director is going to, just going to full throttle at the beginning of the episode. So my question is, what I'm trying to wrap my head around is, where's the governor? Is he actually dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
I mean, I hope he's dead, because I don't like how they did that scene. They did the scene where they like kind of like blacked it out, and then you don't really know what happens. I'm like they could have missed. He could have kicked her. She could have missed a shot or something. He could have limped away. Something. I don't know. But I'm hoping he really is dead. But is he actually dead? I'm not so sure. And I think that's why they did the scene like that. Maybe a possible comeback. Maybe not. But as far as I'm wondering who's going to die, because this is a realistic show in a sense of realism, and realistically they're outnumbered, they're outgunned. They got people on the roofs, they're in a tight spot. I just don't see them, not everybody at least, coming out alive. So what's going to happen, and can they keep it in the realms of possibility and so on and so forth. So honestly, if anybody dies, I hope it's Carl. I don't like Carl anymore. Carl's getting on my nerves.
No, see, Carl gets... Later on, Carl becomes, like, ultimate badass +2. So, no, you don't understand. Carl becomes ultimate badass +2. Like, the whole thing with Negan, he fucking Oh my god. Okay, I can't spoil any of that. I hope they do something like it in the show. But I mean, we have at least a full season before they even touch the whole Negan story, and even if they do, they might go a completely different direction. Plus, there's an offshoot series. What the hell? Oh, okay, that's me. There is a offshoot series that follows completely different survivors. Hold on a second.
Are you coming?
Dude, Kelly's face. It's like she's like, "Are you coming?" Then they muted it, and he's like, "Oh crap, should I come or not?" He's like, "Oh, do I leave sub Sunday or do I join?
Everybody's going to a lake, so I'm like sitting here thinking, do I want to go or do I want to hide in the house? I think I might actually go. So
That'd be fun.
yeah.
Go with your family.
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
5 minutes.
That's what you want?
Yep. And I'll get ready. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we're getting ready to leave.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
Well, damn woman, leave me be so I can finish it up.
Hurry up and get it over with. Jeez, no.
Give me some water, woman.
No.
Where the hell's my sandwich?
I was about to say, where's the sandwich?
What was I saying? Yeah, they're doing an offshoot series where they're following a different group of survivors.
Oh.
Which is awesome. I mean, that's great. We're not going to have the walking Daryl, thank God. I like Daryl's character. I enjoy it, but it's not gonna be the walking Daryl.
Yeah.
I think the female audience, some of the female audience, let me correct myself, is just too boy crazy when it comes to certain things like this. They kind of ruin characters and so on and so forth for other people. And it's like, Daryl is badass. I do like him, but you kind of ruin it with your fangirlism right now.
Yeah, but the same can be said about what we do too with female characters.
Well, I try not to be like that. I try to keep it to myself and just be a pervert in my head.
I hear you, bro.
That's what I try to do.
I try my best to do that too.
You see a girl you're attracted to, your woman have to be next to you. You kind of say to yourself, she looks kind of good. Say that out loud, they feel some kind of way, and then you're the bad guy. You don't want that.
Good Lord, Zach.
What?
It's so white and pale. Oh my God.
I unleash this light. I'm ghost.
Zach's all like, woo.
I'm not this white. I don't know why I'm looking so white. I'm tanner than this.
Uh-huh. On that note, I think we scared off a watcher, a viewer. On that note, I'm going to call it right here. Thanks, you guys, for coming out, Zach. Hold on. I'll know your name. Remember your name in a minute. Kenzel, right?
Yes, Kenzel.
Okay. Kenzel.
I love it.
Kenzel's
like Kenzel.
Thanks for coming on. Everybody who stayed and watched the live show, I appreciate it. Everybody who's watching it on YouTube, you guys rock. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And
comment, like, and subscribe.
That's right. Hit like and subscribe.
All that good shit.
All that good stuff.
If you like the video, like the video.
That's right. If you're interested on being on the next Sub Sunday, send me an email. The email address is in the description, and you have to send me at least 2 or 3 emails to throughout the week to remind me. And if I see you, I try to respond right away to let you know yes, and then to tell you to email me again, so that way I know you're ready. Because if you send me an email on Monday, and I send you an email on Tuesday saying yes, and then come Sunday I send you an email saying, hey, you ready to come on? And you don't come on.
Horrible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So come Sunday, I need you guys. Yeah, come Sunday if you want to be on it. Make sure you email me before the show. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You guys have a nice day.
Everyone have a good time.
All right. Peace out.
Bye.